right, what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video, and I've got a very special guest. We've got AZ Sports Fan here in the building. What's going on, AZ?
What's going on, dude? How are you doing, man? Thank you so very much for having me on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And this was actually a last-second collaboration because the Bears aren't playing the Cardinals this week, so it's not like, there's a game. But I did want to reach out to my guy, AZ, because the Bears and the Cardinals are really going to be linked this weekend because there's a wild card spot up for grabs, and the Bears and the Cardinals are fighting for it. So I wanted to just talk with AZ and kind of, get a perspective of how Cardinals fans are feeling. Because I know talking with my subs, talking with Bears fans, we're going crazy over here. So, yeah. AZ, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, man, and we can go ahead and get started. Is that cool?
Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's get started.
All right, perfect. So, obviously, the game on Sunday against the Rams, it's a very big game for you guys, divisional game. We know what's at stake with both the Bears and the Rams. For us, it's win and you're in. But for the Cards, you not only have to win, you have to make sure that the Bears lose as well for you to get in. But give me your confidence level, both from the game perspective and overall perspective in the Cardinals heading into Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, guys, I just want to tell you straight up, we have confidence in our team, but, there's just so much off and on with this Arizona Cardinal team that's going on. Going into this Rams game, I guess I would go ahead and give you a confidence level of probably a number 7. If I were to be completely honest, just because what we saw against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, we thought that this was going to be an easy win. Silly us. Happens all the time with the Arizona Cardinals. Whenever we're confident, I always was super confident in our FTFN collaborations when we're having our morning things. Every time, I'm super confident. I have my, uppity attitude, and the Cardinals don't show up. And it's kind of the same thing that happened against this last San Francisco 49er game. So I would say anywhere between a 6 or 7 going into the Rams game. Now, obviously there's a lot of news that came out about the Rams that should give us the upper advantage, but I'm still going to hold my 6 to 7 with all that news that just came out today.
Okay, so that's actually funny you say that because I was going to ask you about all of the news that came out. So let's just talk about it real quick. So we know now that Cooper Kupp just got placed on the COVID-19 IR list. He's most likely out. I mean, they haven't ruled him out, but you need a certain number of days to quarantine. So he's probably out. We know Jared Goff's already out, and they're going to be starting. I think his name is John Wolford, the backup quarterback. He's never thrown a snap in the NFL, so there you go. They did also sign Blake Bortles off the Broncos practice squad, so I think he's going to be the backup. I don't know why he's not starting, but that's neither here nor there. And then I think we have Darrell Henderson also out as well.
Yep. Darrell Henderson is out too.
Now, we don't know yet about Cam Akers. I think unlikely to play, but we don't know yet. Right. Probably going to be Malcolm Brown, most likely. So they're really banged up on offense. I mean, Sean McVay is going to have to pull out some magic here. So knowing all of those things with all of those injuries and whatnot, your level of confidence is still fairly low. I mean, 6 or 7 is okay, a little above average, but is that basically because of the fact that you guys weren't able to beat the 49ers last week? If you had beat the 49ers, would you have felt a lot better?
Yes, 100%. Yes. Well, there's that. Being that we're an off and on team, we're beating the teams that people don't give us a chance, and we're losing to the teams that we should be beating. That's just kind of been the trend for the Arizona Cardinals. But not only that, with all the news that came out, just a fun fact real quick, John Wolford, the quarterback that's going to be starting for the Rams, he was the quarterback for the Arizona Hotshots in the AAF. So it's actually pretty cool that he's getting a chance in the NFL, because I used to follow the AAF a lot because we had a team here. So really excited about that. Hopefully he doesn't have a good game, but he's pretty decent. He's decent. But let me go back to what I was saying. Sorry. Just kind of a little thing there. But what was I completely lost my train of thought?
We're talking about the level of confidence in the Cardinals. And
yes. Okay.
You were still not confident, even with the Rams pretty much having their whole offense out.
Yes, so there's that as far as what we did against the San Francisco 49ers, but not only that, Sean McVay, since he's been the head coach of the Rams, is 7-0 against the Arizona Cardinals. So that is also another thing that I hate to say, but he has our number. He's a very, very good head coach. He knows how to play us. 7-0, man, and they're looking to go 8-0.
Yeah. No, this is why I have you on, AZ, for nuggets just like that. I'm sure people didn't know that Sean McVay is basically undefeated,
Yeah.
is undefeated against you guys. So, okay, fair. And you know what? Look, it's a division game. I always say they're tricky. We're playing a division opponent this week. Nobody's giving the Bears any chance, but I will get to that in a second, okay?
Cool.
Perfect. Next question. Kyler Murray, what's his health like? I mean, look, if Kyler Murray doesn't play, I mean, I would say the Cardinals' chances are pretty much nothing. I don't even know who the backup quarterback is. My apologies. But what is Kyler Murray's health like? What's the injury and what's his percentage? I imagine there's no way he misses this game. But
Right.
if he does play, which he will, what would you say is his percentage of healthy? Like 70, 80%? Like what is he? How is Kyler Murray health-wise?
So they're saying it's a lower leg issue. I think if he does end up playing, it's probably going to be anywhere between like 80 to 85%. There, I mean, the Cardinals, if they do choose for him to play it, I think most likely he's going to play. Like 95 to 98%, he's going to play. Like there's no doubt in my mind. I think the last play that we ended up, like, you know, everybody was saying like, oh, he got hurt. I think he definitely got hit. That's definitely no doubt in my mind. But I honestly do feel like Kyler Murray was more kind of upset of what happened during the game. Looking at Kyler Murray's characteristics, like during each game, man, he sulks and he gets really, really upset to the point where coaches can't talk to him. He's young, man. He's like 22, 23 years old. He still needs to kind of get that level of maturity back up. So yes, he was on the floor. I do think he got hurt, but I don't think it was to the extent that the media is actually saying that he is hurt. He got hurt. He got hit for sure, but I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly.
Okay. So you said lower leg injury. Is this going to stop his mobility or affect it at all?
It probably – well, see, here's my opinion on it. So I don't think it's like that big of a deal. So I'm going to say no, to be honest with you. And if it's indeed a real leg injury, then yes, absolutely, man. And I think there's a statistic somewhere out there that if he like runs less than 5 to 6 times, we lose. So
Okay.
we need to make sure that he is full go and willing to kind of take the ball and run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kyler's best attribute is his leg. So if you take that away, I mean, that's just not going to be good. All right, perfect. So moving on, just got a couple more here. So we've talked a lot about the Cards. Let's just switch it over real quick to the Bears. I'm sure Cardinals fans will just kind of tune in, see what's going on with the Bears game. We'll do the same. Curious to hear, and I'm sure Bears fans would love to hear as well. What do you give the Bears in terms of their chances against the Packers, and maybe in general how Cardinals fans feel?
So it was funny because like the week prior, the Titans and the Green Bay game, I was telling all my subs and everybody was kind of getting into cahoots and we're saying we need the Titans to win this game because if they, Titans win, then it gives more fuel for the Green Bay Packers to come out at full throttle and destroy the Bears. That's what we need. But that didn't end up happening. The Green Bay Packers ended up smoking the Titans, and now we're left with this game here. Now, I personally thought that they were going to sit starters down. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen during the, later on in the week. We have yet to hear it, but I think that Aaron Rodgers has more to prove than just to sit down. I think he's going for that MVP, so I think he really wants to show out, especially against a divisional opponent such as yourselves. I think he's going to go out there and put his 100%. Like now, if it's a big lead, they're obviously going to sit him down, but I cannot say anything like, I don't know. It's hard to go against, Green Bay. Yeah. It really is hard to get those Green Bay.
And I don't blame you, AZ. I mean, pretty much everyone, is going with Green Bay. And I don't blame them either. Green Bay is one of the best teams right now. To your point earlier, though, they will play their starters. It's not been confirmed yet, but they are still in play for the number 1 seed. And the number 1 seed is really valuable this year because you get a bye, and you don't get a bye if you're a number 2 seed. And so obviously that's a huge difference. So they're definitely going to be there, and they're going to play their starters. And so the road to the playoffs for the Bears goes through Aaron Rodgers. Okay. So that is absolutely what is going to happen. We're not going to see Jordan Love out there. So I'm not surprised. Obviously, I think most people aren't giving the Bears much of a chance, which is why we kind of need you guys to lose to help us get it. But for me, and I've given my prediction on this. I've made a video. I do see the Bears finding a way to just squeak out a victory. And the only reason I say that is because people think the Packers are like unbeatable right now. They lost to the
Right.
Vikings earlier this year.
True.
Get that. Dalvin Cook ran all over them. So we've got David Montgomery, who's been running really well. So if we run the football and our defense shows up, our defense has to show up. It's been garbage like the last couple of weeks. If our defense shows up, it's a division game. You know from last week what happens in division games.
Oh, yeah.
49ers beat the Cards. Bengals beat the Steelers. Like, division games are tricky. So the Bears are the more desperate team. So I think maybe I'm just being naive that they can pull it off, but let's see what happens there. So let's just wrap it up, AZ. All right, what is the prediction here in terms of who gets this wild card spot? I'll just set the table here and let you run with it. So we've got essentially one, but maybe two wild card spots.
Maybe two.
There is a scenario in which the Rams don't get in and the Bears and Cardinals do, but for that, the Bears and Cardinals both have to win. So what do you see happening on Sunday with the Bears game and with the Cardinals game, and who gets the wild card?
So here's, in terms of seeding, like if we do win and the Bears do win, I think the Bears might have the 6 and then we might get the 7. I think that's how it lands because you guys have.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I honestly think so. Let's talk about the Cardinals game and Rams game right now. Like, it would be like, I know my confidence is 6-7 going into this game. It's just because I know that our team has a capability to be not like a Super Bowl contending team. We're all not crazy here. We're not all thinking that we're Super Bowl, but we want to just take the next step. And this is going to be the next step for the Arizona Cardinals, second year with Cliff Kingsbury. So I can see the Arizona Cardinals win because everything's stacked in our favor with, Henderson gone, Goff gone, Cooper Kupp gone. It's just really going to be down to, can we score more points than them? Their defense is going to show up, and they're going to show up with intensity. So I'm really worried in that aspect. But I do see the Arizona Cardinals squeaking out a win here and upsetting the Rams. Now, going to the Green Bay Packers game and the Bears game, I like an underdog story. Obviously, I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan. I hate the people that are on the top. Like Kansas City right now, they're probably in 2 years going to be my new Patriots. I'm like, dang it, I hate you guys. Stop winning. Eventually, they're going to get to that level. So Green Bay is kind of like that person to me right now because I've always rooted for the underdog. So I would like you guys to win that. Definitely like for you guys to win. Do I see it? It probably would have to be something where you guys are running the ball all the time. But I was also looking at that game against the Titans game. They really did a good job in stopping Derrick Henry. Yeah. So maybe they can take a page off of that game plan. And if that's your guys' approach, do you have the faith in Mitch Trubisky is my question to you. Like, I know it's up and down. Nick Foles had it, but now Mitch Trubisky's got it. What's your personal opinion on him?
Yeah, I mean, for us to win this game, we have to win it through David Montgomery, not Mitchell Trubisky. I do have faith in Mitch. He's played his best football as of late. But if we're talking about, putting the ball in the hands of Mitch to win, if they take away the run, yeah, obviously my confidence would not be that high. So in that instance, that's what the Packers want to do. The Packers want to get out to a big lead and then force us to abandon the run and throw the football, right? And then Mitch, even in the first game against the Packers, he threw 2 picks. So obviously my confidence level would not be that high. I want us to go through the run game, go through David Montgomery.
That's fair. And I hope it works out for you guys, man. I have some subscribers that are Bears fans as well on my channel. So they're always constantly saying like bear down and stuff like that. I have nothing bad to say about them. Like, I hope you guys can get in too, but I need to get in.
So basically I think what you're saying is Cards get in, and then I don't think you see the Bears winning, which is fine. I mean, you have to be objective, right?
Yeah.
The Packers beat the Bears. So that means the Rams and the Cardinals both get in, and the Bears are out.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So I have the Bears winning, and I have the Cardinals winning. I just cannot pick against the Cardinals. Like, I'm sorry, AZ. If you guys lose this game, that's on Cliff Kingsbury. That's on Kingsbury because the entire Rams offense is decimated. I don't care, how, tough it is in a division game, but if half the team or majority of the team is out, like, it's a big deal. We saw last week what happened when the Browns didn't have the receivers against the Jets, right? So I have the Cardinals winning, and then I have the Bears winning. So that means the Rams are the odd team out for me. I do think they missed the playoffs, which is going to be crazy because I thought they were. So let's see what happens. Obviously, Sunday is going to be huge. I can't wait. Best of luck to you guys, but I still want you guys to lose so that we get in. But you know what I mean, AZ.
Yeah, that's completely fair. And actually, just one thing before we end it, the Cliff Kingsbury comment, man, you're 100% right. If we lose this game, there's going to be there's going to be a lot of fires, basically. People are going to have signs up and down to get rid of Cliff Kingsbury. There's no excuse. There really isn't. So we'll see, man. You'll probably see a couple videos of me ranting about
absolutely.
Cliff.
Biggest game of the season for the Cardinals, biggest game of the season for the Bears. You know what? Here's the one thing I will say. I love the fact that, for especially the Bears, it's win and you're in, and to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yep.
The Packers are the best team in our division. So I would just rather have it where the Bears deserve to get in versus, we have to depend on you guys. So you know what? I won't feel bad either way. I'm rooting for the Bears. You're rooting for the Cards. Best of luck to you, man. Appreciate you.
You too, man.
Thank you so much for hopping on, and I will talk to you soon.
Later, man.